Well, folks, that last track was a real scorcher. Unlike the weather outside, the sky's looking darker than a cursed idol's eye socket. We're tracking a tropical storm that the Weather Bureau is calling Hurricane Haiti. My advice, Haiti down the hatches and stay tuned.
Grab a quick drink, but the hula girl statue gave me a wink. The lights were low, the congas were loud, and the clientele would say not a usual crowd. The bartender nodded with the sideways grin, said welcome to the night where the freaks check in. A silver dude with antenna on his dome said give me a zombie and make it foam. An alien just ordered a zombie. The werewolves howling at the bongo beat. Goblins twerking on a plastic palm tree, and I can't feel my feet. There's a devil doing limbo with a firefly queen, and someone's drink just tried to scream. I don't know what's in this jungle bird, but I just heard a coconut say a curse word. Spins exotica at high speed. There's a centaur yelling who moved my stool, and a gremlin trying to cannonball the swimming pool. My straw turned into a snake with a hat, said drink up pal, you won't come back. I ordered a Mai Tai and a side of fries. The fries winked at me with sentient eyes. An alien just ordered a zombie. Now the lamps are floating and the walls can talk. The bar stools walk, the olives sing, and someone's making out with a tiki rock. There's a three-headed lady sipping gin and sin, and a tiny fire imp dancing on my shin. The clock melted, my date grew fins, and I just tipped a ghost named Twins. They say don't drink what glows from below, but I said yes, and now I know the menu changed mid-order too. Now I'm the garnish in a witch's brew. An alien just ordered a zombie, and now I'm floating through a lime-scented void, a devil snap, and the lights turn plaid. I swear I saw my ex, and she looked glad. So if you find yourself in a tiki trance and a gremlin asks you if you dance, just smile, sip, and lose control at the bar where the cocktails swallow your soul.
By moonlight, he sails through the storm. Rufus Hightower, the man who was born with a bottle of rum and a map in his hand. He knows every reef, he's the king of this land. Hightower's flying low, smuggling dreams where the winds won't blow. Rum and fire in his cargo bay. Hightower's secrets never stay. of danger in a glass of rye. Aviator, smuggler, bartender too. Every drink's a story, and the story's true. Hightowers flying low, smuggling dreams where the winds won't blow. Rum and fire in his cargo bay. Hightower's secrets never stay. So if you find yourself lost with a drink in your hand at the edge of the map in no man's land, listen close to the waves and the night air's hum. That's Hightower's voice saying, drink up, son.
This is Tommy Tunes, your captain of the airwaves, broadcasting from somewhere deep within the storm. For those of you wondering what the rhythmic drumming is, that's not our percussion section. That's the rain on our crashed airplane roof. It's a great night to curl up with a loved one or a cursed relic. Your choice. More music coming right up.
empty jungle lane. We're packed in tight like a sugarcane train. The fan don't work, the windows stick, but the view on this ride, it's making me tick. Sweat drips down from every brow, but I ain't noticed till just now. 'Cause in this heat, this glorious fuss, there's coconuts dancing at the front of the bus. Coconuts on the bus, jumping and bumping with every thrust. High and proud or bouncing low, they bounce to the beat of the wheels below. They jiggle left and shimmy right, with every bump they take flight. No two sets are ever the same, and each one plays a different game. Someone's drink just hit the floor, a beach hat flew and hit the door. A parrot's cackling, kids all shout, but I'm tuned in to the bounce about. A little pothole, a sudden dip, and here comes a double flip. Round and right they bounce like cheer, and suddenly my path is clear. Coconuts on parade, breasts like fruit in a sunset braid, shaking and swinging like they know the score, dancing to rhythms I can't ignore. Soft and sweet or bold and wide, they're taking me on a bouncy ride. Heaven's closer than I thought, right here on this vinyl seat I bought. The jungle blurs, the heat wraps tight, but those coconuts bounce in perfect light. A celebration I can't resist, with every bounce I find new bliss. Coconuts on the bus, boobs just booming in a tropical fuss. Up they leap, then gently land, like maracas in a samba band. I came for sun, a drink, a tan, but I rode that bus, I changed it, man. All thanks to that miraculous thrust of coconuts. Coconuts on the bus.
says I breathe too loud when I sleep, then scolds me for dreams I didn't keep. She hates my shirt, my laugh, my chair, and somehow my face takes too much air. She yells at birds, she fights with clocks, and don't get her started on my socks. I used to smile, now I just lay low, staring longingly at Mount Kelia's glow. She makes me want to jump into a volcano, take a dive in the lava and let it all go. Let the fire take me, roast me clean, 'cause loving her feels like kerosene. She used to be sweet and now she's full-blown drama, like a scorned tiki goddess crossed with my mama. She don't need no match to blow. She makes me want to jump in real slow. She used to ride me like a tropical wave. Now she just lectures me on how to behave. Once it was kisses and tangled sheets, now it's spreadsheets and cold damp feet. She's lava hot when she's mad, and she's always mad. I'd leave her if she wasn't the best I've had. I tried a breakup note, she set it aflame, said next time write it on your own shame. She makes me want to jump into a volcano with a bottle of rum and a plastic lei, bro. Just let the island cook me right, better heat than her cold silent night. She nags, she nitpicks, she controls the remote. She even corrects the way I float. I know she's crazy, but still I stay, 'cause no one else makes me melt this way. I once tried to fake my death on a cruise. She found me, slapped me, and stole my shoes. She said, if you're gonna leave, make it bold. So now I dream of lava, hot and cold. She makes me want to jump into a volcano with a tiki torch and a steel drum solo. But right before I take that dive, she pulls me close, makes me feel alive. She drives me mad, then rocks my bed, then starts again with why's your face so red? So if I vanish near Mauna Loa's cone, just know I burned for her alone.
That was a real heart stopper. Speaking of hearts, we have an item in the Lost and Found. It appears to be still beating in a small, ornate wooden box. If you're missing a ticker, please come on down. It's starting to weird out the interns.
Once was a pirate named Whistling Jack, who had a loose tongue and a knife in his back. He drank too much and blabbed too loud, spilled every plan to the wrong crowd. He told the Navy where we'd dock for a bag of gold and a ticking clock, but he forgot one pirate law that never fails. Dead man, boy, they tell no tales. Dead men tell no tales. They don't confess, they don't rat out maps or treasure chests. You snitch, you twitch, you walk that plank and sleep with rum bottles deep in the tank. No more talking, no more boasts, no more drinking to the Queen's dumb toast. He sang like a bird, now the wind just wails, and dead men tell no tales. He had rings on his fingers, lies on his breath. He made a sweet deal that led to his death. He gave them all a haul, our names are out, and didn't think twice till the torches blew out. The captain said we found our leak. Jack said, hold on, let me speak. But one firm shove and a flash of sails, and the sea swallowed secrets and fingernails. Dead men tell no tales. They don't explain why they whispered plans down the Navy's drain. They don't point fingers, don't beg or plead, just bubble up slow while the sharks feed. Loose lips sink ships and boats and bros. Jack's sleeping now where the coral grows. He had big dreams and betrayal scales, but dead men, yeah, tell no tales. Now his ghost serves drinks at a tiki bar, where parrots whisper how dumb he are. You can order a Jack, but don't ask why, unless you want rum with a side of dye. Dead men tell no tales, they just float like rum-soaked stories in a leaky boat. He was smooth, he was slick, a silver tongue, but the sea don't care for songs unsung. So if you're thinking about flapping your sails, just remember what happens when courage fails. There's a toast into hell with his name in the nails, for dead men tell no tales.
want to give a quick shout out to the archaeology team over at the ruins. They just dug up a fantastic new discovery. Unfortunately, also dug up an ancient curse. Our thoughts and prayers are with them as they rapidly age into dust. Don't touch things that aren't yours, kids.
Now Jenny's got style, Jenny's got flair, Jenny's got flowers stuck all in her hair. She works the Tiki Bar just past the pier, where the Mai Tais flow and the morals disappear. She don't talk much about her past or her plans, but folks sure talk about what's in her sands. She brings the heat, she's got that glam, but the real star's Jenny's bearded clam. Oh, the bearded clam, it hums real low, sings sea shanties soft and slow. It purrs like a conch and moans like jazz. It's got more soul than a sultan has. It talks, it sings, it keeps you up late. You buy it drinks, you cancel dates. She gets around but not alone. The bearded clam's got a voice of its own. Now sailors line up from dock to dune just to hear that clam croon a tropical tune. It don't do duets, but it hits each note with a smoky tone that could sink a boat. It's got opinions, a little sass, a touch of brass, and a whole lot of class. It once debated a parrot in rhyme and won by a moan in half the time. Oh, that bearded clam, it's worldly wise. It's seen more ports than the evening skies. It don't judge, but it does decide. And if it likes you, it opens wide. It tells you secrets, it hums old blues. It once joined in on a bongo cruise. Jenny may wander, but rest assured that clam's always slightly obscure. Some say it once danced in Rio. Some say it dated Don Ho. Some say it whispered to a ghost in Key West. But everyone agrees it's simply the best. Sings her song in the tropic blaze. A little wild, a little weird, with a tune so smooth and a voice so weird. So if you meet Jenny and hear that hum, don't run, don't hide, don't play dumb. Just raise your glass and say hot damn, I just met Jenny's bearded clam.
Down in the reef near the lava rock cracks lives a little round dude with a mean old smack. Name's Lou, he's spiky small, and he's got one speed back off y'all. He puffs up fast when you step too near, and yells get bent with a tiki sneer. But give him space, let him swim on through, and you'll find a buddy who'd die for you. Lou the puffer fish, angry and blue, he'll snap like a crab, then cry in the loo. He don't mean harm, he's just high-strung, with a baritone burp and a nervous tongue. He's got tiki charm, just don't rush it, or he'll balloon up like a citrus blunderbuss hit. He's lonely, soft, and full of squish, that misunderstood little puffer fish.
sank the lobby. He's banned from 5 Reefs and a Coral Casino just for yelling, "Who touched my mojito?" But give him a drink and a second chance, and he'll slow dance like a shrimp in a trance. Lou the puffer fish, loud and proud, he'll curse at clouds and insult seaweed aloud. But deep inside, he's warm and sweet, like a lava cake that can't take heat. He guards his heart like it's golden glass, but he'll toast to your health with a salted glass. So if you meet him and he seems offish, just remember he's Lou the puffer fish. Sure, he'll pop if you bump his tail, and he once head-butted a friendly whale. But buy him a drink, crack a dumb pun, and Lou will hug you once he's done. Lou the puffer fish, gruff but true, with tiki tattoos and a short fuse too. He don't trust fast and he's bad at poker, but he's loyal as hell and a fair backstroker. So raise your glass to the grump in the reef, whose blow-up bark hides tender belief. He's moody, odd, and full of swish, but we all need a Lou, that puffer fish.
next tune goes out to Skipper Jones, who's celebrating his 50th trip around the island this year. To mark the occasion, he's only lost 49 votes, a new record. Congratulations, Skipper, on being so consistently unreliable.
see the eyes, it's too late. If the ground is shaking, say your prayers.
Bought a boat with a confident grin. Didn't check the weather, forgot how to swim. He said, this babe is gonna change my life. Then crashed it on Caudle and lost his wife. He floated ashore on a half-eaten raft with a sunburned nose and a nervous laugh. Now he's king of the beach with the coconut throne, and one wish left to not drink alone. Steve the Marooned Moron lost his mind, built a shrine out of seaweed and twine. He don't miss friends or modern tech, just a fizzy brown nectar down his neck. No more worries, no more moolah, all he wants is rum and Coca-Cola. No shoes, no crew, no rescue boat, just a hammock full of sand and a soda float. Carved a bar from driftwood scraps, put tiki mugs on crab claw taps. He stirs his drinks with a squid ink straw and tells fake stories to a hermit crab named Claude. He drew a waitress in the sand named Jean. He's got bottle cap eyes and a lime wet spleen. He asked her once to freshen his glass, then made out with the coconut's lower half. Steve the Marooned Moron talks to fish, serves them drinks in a tuna dish. He DJs jazz on a coral reef, slow dances with banana leaf. He don't miss socks or love or yoga, he just wants his rum and Coca-Cola. He wrote a song to a floating can, then married it in a beachside jam. He's got a menu made of seashells bright, with 2 items listed, drink tonight. He lifts his mug to the ghostly moon and hums a fizzy Coca-Cola tune. Steve the Marooned Moron's gone full tiki. His only friend now is a mango ukulele. He might be nuts, he might be free, but he's got Coca-Cola in his memory. So if you see him out there roasting kelp, looking like he needs some help, just toss him a bottle dark and sweet, and Steve will toast to you from his sandy seat.
There's a bar by the docks where the sea dogs crawl, with sticky floors and 0 laws. You walk in lost, you leave half dead, but between the chaos is a goddess with a squid. She's got ink in her veins and fire in her grip, and a low-cut bite that could sink a ship. Her voice is gravel, her patience thin, but brother, those Mai Tais do you in. My bartender is a squid and she's mean as hell, but her cocktails cast a magic spell. She's got 8 arms and a shake that slaps, and when she stirs, it's a whole booby trap. She don't smile, she don't flirt, she just pours strong with a smirk. You might get slapped, but you'll never forget my bartender's a squid, and my favorite threat. She wears platform heels and a tiki skull ring, slaps the jukebox till it starts to sing. There's a sword behind the bar, a sign that reads no, and her old-fashioned glows with a lime green glow. She shook me a drink, the whole place stared, those tentacles flew and I was unprepared. It was part burlesque, part natural disaster, and I tipped so hard I tipped faster. My bartender is a squid and she's got the goods, shaking up cocktails in neighborhoods. When she leans down for the muddled lime, it's a tentacle showtime every time. She growls like thunder, pours like rain, and I keep coming back for the pleasure and pain. She's got a chest like a shipwrecked treasure bin, and arms like ropes that reel you in. She inked a guy once who asked for light beer. Now he serves drinks down at the pier. Don't ask her age, don't ask her sign. Just say rum please and get in line. My bartender is a squid, no lie, no joke, with cleavage deeper than a rum and coke. She's got curves, claws, and bartending grace, and tentacles that slap your face. So if you find this dive by the reef, don't freak out, lean in with belief. The drinks are strong, the vibe is lit, and the best thing there is my squid with a kit.
I'm getting reports of ghost pirates off the coast of Smuggler's Cove. They're said to be plundering for lost souls and loose change. So check your pockets and, well, good luck with the other thing. Here's the sea shanty to keep your spirits up.
Defenses with buried loot that breaks down fences.
He don't need treasure, he don't need fame.
Just say Willie and they know his name. So raise your sails and clutch your pearls. One-eyed Willie wrecks good girls. From Tortuga to Montego Bay, the ladies whisper when the ships make way. They don't blush for gold or jewels, they want the pirate who breaks all rules. He's got a swagger and a crooked grin, a peg leg strut and a thirst for sin. But what they chase ain't on no map, it's the one-eyed legend hid beneath his cap.
Oh, one-eyed Willie, bold and long, every lady sings a song.
He plunders hearts and sinks defenses with buried loot that breaks down fences.
He don't need treasure, he don't need fame.
Just say Willie and they know his name. So raise your sails and clutch your pearls. One-eyed Willie wrecks good girls. He came ashore with a mighty mast, and rumors round him spread so fast. They say he's cursed, they say he's blessed. Depends who's walking funny, I guess. The governor's wife, the baker's niece, they all got caught in his swordplay feast. He leaves no marks, just wrecked reputations, and moans that echo through coastal nations.
Oh, one-eyed Willie, sailing proud.
He's got rigging that draws a crowd. He's long in tail and strong in storm, with a cannon that don't conform.
Forget your diamonds, forget your pearls.
There's only one mast for island girls. They wait at docks with legs apart for the man with the pirate heart. He'll board your ship and rock your deck. You'll need 3 days just to check your neck. He'll shiver your timbers and plunder your chest, then leave you swooning. Willie was best. So here's to Willie, that one-eyed beast, the feast, the curse, the jungle feast. No storm too rough, no tide too high, he leaves them staring at the sky. So batten down and take your fill of one-eyed Willie, king of thrills.
a flame in the middle. Should've known then I was playing with a riddle. The waitress smiled with a bamboo straw, said it bites back, baby, drink it raw. I laughed and said, just let it roll. Now I'm riding my wheel in a toilet bowl. I got bit by the scorpion bowl. Now I'm praying to gods I don't even know. Knees on tile, facing pain, swearing I'll never drink rum again. It started with cherries, ended in fear. I saw my ancestors in that bathroom mirror. Bit by the scorpion, out of control. Now I'm begging for mercy from a toilet bowl. It had fruit and fire and 15 straws, 4 types of rum and no real laws. I said, what's in this? She said, don't ask, and handed me a tiny mask. First sip sweet, last sip death. By halfway down I'd lost my breath. A volcano rumbled in my soul. Then I went full fetal on the sink console. I got bit by the scorpion bowl. Now I'm sweating like soup in a porcelain hole. Spinning fast, I'm seeing stripes, fists clutching mints like ancient rites. I swore I'd just sip, maybe dance a bit. Now I'm asking strangers, is this it? Bit by the scorpion, took its toll. Now I'm chanting regrets in a tile patrol. Oh, Tiki gods, I raise my plea. If I survive, I'll stick to iced tea. But if I don't make it out this time, please send my flip-flops down the line. I got bit by the scorpion bowl. Now I'm singing my sins to the toilet soul. One last swirl, one final roar. Now I'm sleeping half naked on the bathroom floor. It's fun and games till the bowl says go. Now I know what it means to overflow. Bit by the scorpion, heart and soul. Next time I'll stick with a ginger ale roll.
Another word from our sponsor, the Enchanted Tiki Room Pest Control. Are you tired of enchanted birds singing in your rafters day and night? We'll get rid of those birds, the flowers, and that incessant drumming. The Enchanted Tiki Room Pest Control will make magic disappear.
She flirts with the DJ, bites the mic, argues with lamps and steals a bike. She kissed the sax player, slapped the host, then told the hostess she saw a ghost. She danced on a table, declared herself queen, snorted sugar packets in between. The bouncer sighed, said not her again, as she tried to fight a ceiling fan. 3 dots and a dash, then she's gone, spinning in flip-flops to a Martin Denny song. A beautiful mess in tropical lash, blowing up the lounge in a powdered flash. You can't stop her, you can't explain. She's yelling V for victory in a hurricane. She's a palm tree fire, a beach bar clash. After just 3 dots and a dash. Once got married to a guy named Lou in the parking lot with Elmer's glue. Said, I'm a mermaid, deal with that. Then stole a Mai Tai and a welcome mat. 3 dots and a dash, that's all it takes to turn sweet Cindy into a tropical quake. She'll smile, she'll sway, she'll blow you a kiss, then punch the drummer and scream, I miss bliss. So if you see her stir her glass just so, and her pupils start to steal the show, duck, cover and finish your stash before she hits 3 dots and a dash.
A scar on her chin and a blackened tooth, a voice like gravel and a bark like truth. She drinks like a deckhand, swears like a priest, and eats her steak like a jungle beast. She'll slap your face and steal your fries, give you a wink with her patch-covered eye. But late at night when the moon runs red, she'll drag you wild into her shipwrecked bed. She's got a peg leg, but I still love her. She's rough like rum, but smooth undercover. She don't say much, but she moves just right, and that peg leg might peg you late at night. She creaks when she walks, moans when she sways. She'll take you to church in the dirtiest ways. So don't mind the splinters or pirate cusses. That woman's built like a ship that thrusts and rushes. She smells like smoke and cinnamon bark, got tattoos drawn in places dark. Her lipstick's smeared, her manners are gone, but baby, she hums like a saxophone song. She once knocked out a man with barstool grin, but whispered my name with a touch on my skin. She's chaos wrapped in a coconut bra, with a foot made of oak and a grip made of law. She's got a peg leg, and I can't quit twitter. She stirs my soul like a cocktail bitter. She creaks and cracks, but ooh, she bites. And that peg leg might peg you on stormy nights. She's a tropical storm in fishnet lace, with a treasure map drawn on her lower waist. She ain't polite, but she knows what to do, and that hardwood limb's got follow through. You can keep your maidens fair and mild. I want the one who growls and wilds, with calloused hands and hips that snap, and a nightstand stocked with sailors' traps. She's got a peg leg, and I still crave her. She broke my spine, but did me a favor. They say beware of ladies like that, but I left my heart in her pirate hat. So if you see her limping down the pier, just smile and buy that gal a beer. She may look rough, but she loves just right, and that peg leg might change your life tonight.
Tempest brews, the winds do cry. Beneath the storm, the sea runs high. The lightning strikes, the thunder moans, the timbers creak, the captain groans. The ocean's fury, wild and vast, a battle fought with every mast. Oh, stormy night, with fury fierce through gale and tide. Our hearts you pierce, the ship will fight. Though skies may frown, we'll face the storm, but won't go down. The brass erupts, the drums do pound, a dance of chaos all around. Hints of jazz, exotic sway, the storm's own rhythm starts to play. don't go down.
It's a beautiful night, folks. The moon is full, the tide is high, and the local werewolf population is out for a jog on the beach. So if you see a very hairy man in swim trunks, don't stare. It's rude. And also, he might eat you.
It started with a scorpion bowl and a wink, then a rum old-fashioned and a Navy strength drink. The music got slow, the lights went red, and a coconut mug turned its head. It said, "Shh, buddy, she's not coming back." Then a pineapple grinned and poured me a smack. The zombie mug slurred, "You'll never be free." Now the tiki cups are talking to me. The tiki cups are talking to me, whispering secrets in a banyan tree. The Mai Tai mug just called me dad, and the volcano bowl says I've been bad. I came for fun, I stayed for rum. Now I'm arguing with a ceramic drum. Somebody help, or just let it be, 'cause the tiki cups are talking to me. There's a parrot-shaped mug making kissy lips, and the coconut's got political tips. A bamboo shot glass is humming low. Told me my ex moved to Mexico. A highball glass with a flaming top said this bar's a portal and you can't stop. The bartender asked, "You doing okay?" I said, "Not now, the mug's got something to say." The tiki cups are talking to me, doing a conga on my sanity. One's got legs, one's got teeth, one just whispered from beneath. They know my name, they know my sins, they know where the bad trip ends and begins. I tried to leave, they blocked the door, said you're one of us now, forevermore. A swizzle stick stabbed me in the back, a flaming lemon launched an attack. I fell to the floor, heard laughter from Lime. Welcome to Rumland, outside of time. The tiki cups are talking to me, crooning in a cocktail cabaret. I came for a drink, just one or two. Now a carved mug's telling me what to do. So if you order that special blend, you might just sip your mind's dead end. 'Cause once they start, they don't let you be. The tiki cups are talking to me.
that thirsty stare. Take a seat near her, I don't even care. She's got a flower in her hair and fire in her glass, and I just lean back and let the moment pass. You say, what's that? She says, just taste. And baby, that's when I feel the waste. You bring that straw up to your lips, and I cross my legs and lick my hips. I like to watch you drink. I like to see your glass go pink. You swirl it slow, you take it deep, and I get chills I didn't know I keep. It's just a cocktail, sure, or so you think, but I like to watch you drink. You sip the rum, she licks the rim. You laugh, she nods, the lights go dim. She offers you a second round, and I just smile without a sound. It's not about the booze, not really, no. It's how you handle the overflow, the way your tongue cleans up the edge, has me gripping tight to my bamboo ledge. I like to watch you drink from that slippery glass on the tiki brink. The ice clinks slow, your fingers slide, and I feel a swell I just can't hide. It's a little pervy, a little kink, but I like to watch you drink. Don't mind me in the corner booth. It's not jealousy, baby, it's true. You two keep flirting, sipping slow. I'll just enjoy the cocktail show. I like to watch you drink. Take your time, let it sink. It's fruity, strong, maybe obscene, but I've got the best seat in this tiki scene. So swirl that straw, let passions clink, 'cause I like to watch you drink.
folks, a word of warning from the Jungle Navigation Company. All skipper-led tours are canceled until further notice. We wouldn't want you to wash out.
The night was high, the bar was low, with conga thumping soft and slow. I pulled up a stool, my throat was dry. Said, give me something that'll make me fly. Then from the shadows came a man in red, with slick black hair and eyes full of dread. He said, you want heaven in a little glass? Sign right here and that drink will last. I met the devil in a tiki bar. He smelled like lime and a Cuban cigar. He said, one Mai Tai, just one sip. And I felt my soul begin to slip. It was sweet, it was dark, it was citrus and flame. And after one taste, I'd never be the same. So I signed the napkin with a bamboo pen. And I ain't seen Sunday since back then. He stirred it slow with a haunted stick. Said this ain't no mixer's trick. There was blood in the rum, a prayer in the juice, and a drop of regret from a lover let loose. It burned like sin and cooled like fate. It made the earth spin figure eights. The band played backwards, time stood still, and I grinned with a devil-made thrill. I met the devil in a tiki bar, it all back just to taste it again. It was velvet danger, paradise pain, a hurricane wrapped in sugar cane. Now I'm stuck at this bar, drinking alone, with a little red man and a coconut phone. He laughed. It's not the rum that cursed your fate, it's what you wanted on that first date. He toasted high with a wink and grin, said the perfect drink's the sweetest sin. I met the devil in a tiki bar. Now I mix for him and falling stars. I serve regrets with a paper straw. You sip it, you're his to spar. I met the devil in a tiki bar.
You're listening to Tommy Tune's Tiki Radio, the perfect soundtrack for a stormy night. That rain isn't just washing away the sand, it's washing things ashore. All sorts of things. So if you're taking a stroll after the storm, keep an eye out for the lost treasures and try not to step on anything that bites back.
Town in a sun-bleached Jeep with a Daisy Duke smile and boots on her feet. Laura Bell from Baton Rouge with a suitcase full rum and rouge. She set up shop by the Tiki Bar stand with a lawn chair throne and a drink in hand. She laughed like thunder, danced like a flame, and every beach boy knew her name. Oh, Laura Belle, the Southern queen, with sun-kissed skin and a wild streak mien. She'd sip her punch with a pineapple grin, then order 3 more and do it again. She lit up nights with her barefoot spell, but the tide took more than the sea could tell. She didn't drown, she didn't scream, she just drank herself into a beachside dream. She said, I came here to forget some guy, then winked at a lifeguard passing by. Her lipstick smeared, her hair a mess, but honey, she made hangovers look like success. She'd tell old stories with a drawl so sweet, and pass out mid-tail in the tiki seat. But every bottle had a ghost inside, and Laura never left one dry. Oh, Laura Belle with the hurricane eyes, turned love into salt and goodbyes into lies. She'd toast to the moon, then curse the breeze, start slow dancing with palm trees. She lived out loud in a coconut shell, till the bar went quiet and Laura fell. The sun came up, the waves came clean, but Laura Belle was no longer seen. Now they say she haunts that beachy strip, with a ghostly tan and a frozen sip. And if you hear laughter in the salty air, don't turn round, just leave her chair. Laura Belle, the Southern queen, with a heart like fire and a liver obscene. She lived too fast, she drank too deep, and now she's got the sea to keep. So raise your glass and tip it well to the blonde gone wild, sweet Laura Belle. She burned like rum in a tiki dream, the one and only beachside queen.
And now a word from our sponsors, Trader Sam's Shrunken Heads. Feeling big-headed? Got an ego that needs a little reduction? Step by Trader Sam's and he'll have you feeling humble in no time. Mention Tiki Radio and get a second head shrunk for half price. Disclaimer, not responsible for the lost memories or sudden changes of hat size. brings us to the end of Tommy Toon's Tiki Radio. I've been your host, Tommy Toons, reminding you to keep your wits about you, your machete sharp, and your radio dial locked in right here. Because out here in the jungle, you never know what's listening. This is Tommy Toons signing off.